Good morning from the Jimmy Pipes Network. I'm Jimmy Pipes. Happy Mother's Day. Monsieur Pipes, we call me now. So, anyway, I'm here with a special guest, a dear friend of mine, Brett. Say hello, would you please? You're on
Hello.
camera. Don't be nervous now. Listen, Brett wanted to come on today for Mother's Day. I did want to say, because it's Mother's Day, and because I know people listen to me, I was just talking to Brett, people listen to me because I'm like the voice, like I'll say, I'm not afraid to say. But the fact of the matter is, I say the things I say, and I live the way that I do today because of people like Brett, because he has something I want. I mean, I only hang around with winners. I only listen to winners. He's one of them. And because it's Mother's Day, I know I get a lot of credit for being this type of dad, and I do this, and oh, Jim, you're like... The fact of the matter is, I got all that shit from my mother. Because when we lost our pop when we were kids, she stood in there. There was 7 of us. She didn't complain. She sacrificed. I saw that. So it's like, I get to do that now. That's all. It's been passed on to me. I want to pass it on now to my kids. So in the end, it's like this wonderful example has been set for me. I hang around with guys like Brett, and once you listen to him for a few minutes, you'll be able to guess what some of those things are, because he's a gifted guy. I look up to him a lot. Through this whole isolation thing, he's not only stayed sober, but he's going through the isolation. He's going through all this. He's handling it a certain way, and he wants to share a little bit of his experience on that and some other stuff. But here, I'm going to turn it over to Brett.
What's up, guys?
Hold it if you want.
Okay. First of all, I wanted to say thank you, Jimmy, for allowing me to join this this beautiful thing that he's got going on, that I think is maybe reaching hundreds of people, and if I could just help one person, would be a blessing. And also, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I know my mom's a saint. She put up with me through a lot of stuff, and I just wanted to say that I give a lot of credit to anyone out there that has the patience and tolerance of a mother, and you guys deserve, the world, and God bless you. But good morning. It's about 10 o'clock Sunday morning. It's a beautiful day. I just wanted to say what's working for me. I kind of want to keep this short and sweet. It's really nice to be able to come on here and share a little bit of a message of hope. As far as where I'm at, the isolation has been really tough, and I'd be lying to you if I said that I'm doing great. I am not doing great. I'm doing my best though, and I know things are going to get better. But for now, things are a little tough. But you know what? It's because I stay very close to people like Jimmy, and positive people that are willing to call me out on my crap and to pick me up when I'm down, because I don't associate myself with anybody that I used to hang out with. I don't do the things that I used to do. I have a new life, and what a blessing it is. Sometimes I think about that, I might think sometimes that it's boring or that I'm over it, this new life. But if you're feeling that way, you're not alone, because this is tough. This pandemic has, with people that are struggling, there's the suicide rates, the drug overdoses. It's really tough. And not that I agree with it, but I can understand why people are really struggling.
But how are you beating that right now? Because I know it's tough, but it's like you're obviously staying sober like I am. What's this day going to be like for you today, Mother's Day? How are you going to manage the isolation, Mother's Day? What are you going to do?
So today, on any given day, what I usually do is I kind of just turn it over and do the best I can to just leave it in God's hands. The actual God, as Jimmy would say, the God, me and God are pretty tight these days. And it's such a blessing. But what I do is as I do things like this, people ask for help. I try and do the best I can to help. I call people that love me, that care about me, and that I know want what's best for me. you know, my whole life, I had this, how would you say, I had this thing, this addiction to feeling good. And I thought I had found that in drugs and alcohol, and I had to change. I thought drugs and alcohol was doing for me what I couldn't do for myself. So I was living in a constant lie. I had this incapability of living life on life's terms.
Wow.
It wasn't possible for me. I always looked for things other than just being with myself, and I was completely incapable of doing that.
Wow.
And until I found people like Jimmy and the people that were sharing the message of hope, I wasn't able to change. So what am I doing to get through this? Well, I have to ask myself, am I being honest with myself? That's number one. Am I being honest with myself? Am I giving myself to my higher power? Am I doing the things? In other words, how am I carrying myself? Am I acting as if, or am I actually doing the things that the people ahead of me told me to do? Am I doing these things, or am I just saying I'm doing these things? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't do these things perfectly, but I do try my very best. I have a lot of people that hold me accountable, which I think is really important. I have people that call me out when I'm not doing right, or if I'm doing wrong, or if I'm not doing the things that I'm supposed to do. You know, and that's pretty much it. I really try and keep it simple.
You hang around winners like I do.
That's right. That's right. Complacency, that is a really bad place for me. I cannot get complacent. You know, just being okay with being okay. I have to change on a daily basis. I have to I have to grow, and I can't be stagnant, especially in my recovery, but more importantly, just in life. We're human beings, and we have to be gentle with ourselves. And I know I'm really good at beating myself up. I'm the best at it. You know, people say put down the bat, pick up the feather. You know, but I'm a perfectionist, and I like to do things my way, and I get caught up in that, and that's a bad spot for me. But for the most part, I have a good life today, and it's only because of people like Jimmy, the people that hold me accountable, the accolades, my man Jimmy.
Too much.
So, you know, and that's really it. I have a blessed life today. Sometimes in my sick mind, I don't see it. But, you know, I give myself a break today. And it's easier said than done, but I really wanted to keep this short and sweet. I hope this was able to help at least one person. And you know what? We are truly blessed. We have another day. It's a new day. Tomorrow I start work. That's weird to even say.
So underwear model? I think you are, right?
This guy. And I'm going back to work tomorrow, and that's I guess normal. Like, what's normal? I don't know. I mean, I know that I like a routine. Routine's good for me. Like I said, that complacency, that stagnant, that's no good. Going back to work is really, I think, a good thing for me, because I have, you know, I'm being held accountable. Like I said, you know, being held accountable is huge for me. If I'm running on Brett's terms, if I'm running the Brett program, I'm in deep crap, you know.
Or the Jimmy program.
Or the Jimmy pro. Oh God.
Imagine, it would be great for a minute, I think. Oh my God.
But yeah, oh man, this is kind of cool. I didn't think for a second that when he first started doing this, when Jimmy Pipes Network first started, I'm like, what is this? Honestly, I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, let's. And you know what? It doesn't really matter, because I'm seeing it, and he's actually helping people with this, and it's so cool. it really is. It's awesome, and thank you. Thanks for having me on, and love you guys.
Wow. I was talking about honesty, and what I said to myself was, I mean, he does have the best ass in the program, but that's not why he's in the car. The truth is, no. The bottom line is, Brett's one of the guys that took me under his wing a couple of years ago now, but I've learned a lot just by his example. You can see it though when he speaks. So it's like, these are the type of guys I listen to. These are the type of guys I hang around with. That's my secret. I have the best mother a guy could have. That's how I get to be the best dad I can today, because I had a wonderful example in front of me. That's how I grew up. And to all the mothers out there and the dads that do it all, happy Mother's Day, because, it's not easy to be a single dad. I know a little bit about that, but I wouldn't trade my place with anybody's, because I love my kids that much. And that's my secret. I would do anything for my kids. I love them. I'm able to love them because I have something wonderful inside today, like Brett does, and I'm able to give things like my time. I could be somewhere and really be present. Wanting to be there makes a huge difference. I remember I went to one of my kids' events years back, and I was on my cell phone the whole time. And the difference today is I'll be there. I'll be in the front row rooting them on. It's like it's a child knows. A child knows. So it's like the example I want to set today is like the one that was said for me. And the things that I say, as much as everybody hears just me, they come from another place, a good place, a lot of them. And they were given to me. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put that somewhere, like anybody. Like Brett says, one person. The truth is, we spent a half hour, almost an hour here now. No, about 15 minutes, actually. Blow it up a little bit. Stock is going up on the Pipes Network. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you should. Because, I've sent a few out individually, but you'll get an alert when these pop up. We'll have different people coming on now. I got my 12-year-old son coming on. We really, our relationship has blossomed because it wasn't so good not so long ago. We become friends, and, it's like we talk. So he wants to come on the channel because he saw his little brother come on the channel. So it's like, the channel was done, just the channel. The idea was given to me because everything shut down, and I like to help, and I like to spread a message today with using my own life, and I thought maybe putting it on a camera like this from a broken phone, and that's really all I am in the end. I'm just a hack that has a big mouth and a little gas in his car and a cell phone. And that's all it takes to help somebody else. Just if you want to. And that's what I want to do. So that's what I do. And that's what Brett does. But happy Mother's Day to you guys and the single dads. And nothing. You're in our thoughts and prayers today from the Pipes Network. Thanks.
Thank you.